Hi guys, welcome back to 52 Men of the Bible, to the 35th week of this journey through some of the key men in the Bible that we can learn from over the course of 2022. And this week we're looking at a guy we know as the Grateful Man. Now, this guy lived in the time of Jesus, in that moment, that 3 years, I guess, of Jesus' ministry, when Jesus is going around teaching kingdom principles, and he's also healing the sick and setting the captive free. So this guy is right in that period, and he gets healed. As you can tell from what we're calling him, the Grateful Man, he shows gratitude. And that's what we're going to look at this week. So grab yourselves your Bibles, turn to Luke chapter 17 and read verses 11 to 19. And then we'll come back and have a bit of a chat about the Grateful Man and why gratitude is the attitude that we most need. Over the years, as I look back on my life, I can see a lot of moments, more moments than not, when God has touched my life, has done something incredible in my life. And it's a moment that I need to be properly grateful for. So I can look at when I did my A-levels all those years ago, and I did not get the grades to go where I wanted to go. And so I went into the clearance system and ended up in an entirely different university and met the most gorgeous woman I've ever met, who has now become my wife. And there have been other moments when things have taken a twist and a turn, and I've ended up seeing something incredibly special happen in my life, which wouldn't have happened if it hadn't been for some higher purpose, something happening in the background, shaping and fashioning my life in a direction that it needed to go in. God has always provided for me. He's always provided a roof over my head. He's always provided me with the stuff that I need to live a life, to support my wife and now my son. We've never been rich, but and we don't look like we ever will be, but we have had an incredible life. And right now I live on the North Wales coast, and I look out of our bedroom window across the sea towards Ynys Môn, which is Anglesey, and on a clear day can even see the outline of the Isle of Man. This is like incredible, isn't it? So much to be grateful for. And yet there are times when I have sat feeling quite dejected, and I have lost that sense of gratitude. And what it's done in me is made me feel envious of other people, or it's made me feel really low and flat in myself, and I'm not able to do the things that God has called me to do. Gratitude and living with an attitude of gratitude is perhaps one of the most important things any of us can ever invest in. In actual fact, I would say that living with an attitude of gratitude and investing in total forgiveness for others and for yourself is perhaps two of the most important areas that we can ever invest in, and will transform our lives economically, socially, physically, and also spiritually. Guys, I want to just stress how important it is to see the hand of God in our lives and how he is helping us and protecting us, healing us and restoring us. Particularly now, and this is going to date this video, I guess, but I think it's really important. We now are moving out of the pandemic, the COVID pandemic, into a cost of living crisis. And we can see that on a human level, there will be many more things to be worried about, to be fear-filled about, than there will be to sometimes be grateful about instead. You see, when life goes well, if we take the credit on ourselves and say, look what I have achieved, it also means that when we go into the bad times, we're much more likely to blame God for not coming through for us. And we see this with these 10 lepers that you've just read about, how they all come for healing and they are all healed. And yet 9 of them that go away with not so much as a thank you, not so much as any hint of gratitude, and off they go, and Jesus never sees them again. But there is this one guy who is not even he's not even an Israelite or a Jew. He's actually a Samaritan. So he is a man that the people of Israel actually tended to look down on and not want to have anything to do with. And yet he's the one who comes back to Jesus with a heart bursting full of thankfulness, knowing that he's been healed, knowing that he's been set free, and knowing that he has a different future ahead of him. Here's what I really think. Out of the 10 lepers who had been healed on that day, this one guy will be the one man who went on to live a life, a fulfilled life, a prosperous life, a life with purpose and with direction. Why? Because he knew that what he had been given to him. And he had not earned it, and he had not made it happen. It was something that was a gift. So today, as you listen to this video, and without heaping loads and loads of heaviness on this, just think about these 3 things. The air that each one of us breathes is a gift to us. We can't manipulate that or make it happen. We breathe in oxygen, we live. We do nothing to make that happen. The resources that we have, the money in the bank account, the roof over our heads, the food that we eat, they're all gifts to us. We work hard and yes, pat ourselves on the back because we are working hard and we are good stewards and we're not cheating and all of that stuff. Yes, but ultimately, what have you got that has not been given to you by God himself? And if you follow Jesus today, you have a future that will take you into all eternity. This story is only ever going to turn out well for you in the end. What do you have not to be grateful for? So guys, let's live with an attitude of gratitude. Let's remember what God has done for us. Let's remember that Jesus is right there with us all the time. And he is providing for us. And he has changed our lives completely around. And we've got a future which is hope-filled. If we can't be grateful for that, then I don't know what we can be grateful for. Have a great week, and I look forward to speaking to you next time.